If you ever used ChatGPT to solve LeetCode questions before, or you have seen our previous video, you likely understand the numerous benefits of utilizing this powerful tool. Today, we are going to discuss the complete prompt tutorial of how to solve LeetCode-style coding problems with ChatGPT. And here are the 4 strategies we concluded. Because LeetCode questions are user submitted, the quality and the usefulness vary greatly. We will skip questions without any company label because they could just be pulled from some random competitive programming website that may require advanced knowledge beyond the scope of real interviews. The first strategy is just to feed LeetCode questions directly to ChatGPT. This approach can be useful for 4 types of problems, such as ad hoc problems are problems that ask you to write code according to instructions using basic data structures like hash maps. Problems like smallest common region is an ad hoc problem that ChatGPT can solve easily. Well-defined problems have a clear and specific description that allows ChatGPT to understand its requirements, as exemplified by the problem valid triangle number. Easy problems have a low level of difficulty and can be solved with a basic understanding of algorithms and data structures. Valid parentheses is an easy problem that can be solved using a stack. Classic well-known problems have been extensively studied in computer science. The n-queens is a textbook example. For certain problems, ChatGPT may initially attempt to solve them using brute force approach, which can result in time limit exceeded errors. To address this issue, our second strategy is to identify the optimal pattern and algorithm needed to solve the problem efficiently, and then test ChatGPT with implementing the appropriate approach. To facilitate this process, there are many resources available that can help us learn relevant algorithms and their time complexities. And we can often use the constraints to figure out the runtime, and then use it to figure out the pattern of the problem. Moreover, we can also pinpoint common algorithms and approaches for different keywords and problem types. To illustrate our second approach in action, let's look at this problem. We're given an integer array band and 2 integers n and max sum. We want the maximum number of integers that can be chosen with these 4 rules. The chosen integers have to be in the range 1 to n inclusive. Each integer can be chosen at most once. The chosen integers should not be in the array band. The sum of the chosen integers should not exceed max sum. ChatGPT's initial response is a brute force approach with a time complexity of O of n to the power 2. We identified this problem could be solved using binary search as the sum monotonically increases as we add more numbers. So we asked ChatGPT to solve it with this approach, and it was able to generate a better solution. However, the solution is still too slow because it sums up each element instead of using an arithmetic sequence. To address this issue, I manually adjusted the solution to use an arithmetic sequence, which resulted in a successful outcome. Sometimes, the failure of ChatGPT to solve LeetCode questions comes from the ambiguity of the problem description. Let's be real, some of the LeetCode questions are horrendously phrased. In these cases, we can try the third approach to rephrase the problem in a clearer way to help ChatGPT to better understand the problem. In this question, we're given a positive integer array nums and an integer k, and we want to return the number of non-empty subarrays of nums, though score is strictly less than k, where the score of an array is the product of its sum and its length. If we simply copy and paste the problem, we'll get an incorrect solution. This is because ChatGPT saw score is equal to product of all array elements. The sentence, the score of an array is defined as the product of its sum and its length, is ambiguous. ChatGPT probably thought score is equal to product of its sum, where sum means its element. After redefining the score using this prompt, the score of an array is defined as the product of the sum of its elements, and the length of the array. Given an array nums and an integer k, return the number of non-empty subarrays, though score is strictly less than k. With this clarification, ChatGPT was able to solve this problem successfully. In some cases, ChatGPT may have the correct approach to a problem, but makes a slight error in the solution. The fourth approach is to identify the error and tell it to ChatGPT, allowing it to modify its previous solution and provide with an updated correct solution. In this question, ChatGPT's initial response did not pass the test cases. After I identified the mistake that the variable smallest non-zero is not updated and asked ChatGPT to update its solution accordingly, it led to a correct version of the solution. Although we have explored different strategies to use ChatGPT to solve LeetCode questions, there are still some intractable problems that ChatGPT needs to train enough to solve. Problems like complex dynamic programming questions, even use all the approaches above, still cannot get a right answer with ChatGPT. Do you have any good advice to prompt ChatGPT to solve LeetCode questions? Let me know in the comment section.